Hi friends, here I am doing an episode on Tezos yet again. My name's Rocky Outcrop. Share it with your friends, youtube.com/Rocky Outcrop. Remember, a friend of yours is a friend of mine. Let's take a look at the charts. We've got the 24-hour chart up behind me. No drawings on here, just the moving averages currently. As we see over there on the 9th of September, there was of course a death cross on Tezos, which is maybe the very first time it's ever really happened if you don't consider this little testing area to be one. And so far, what have we seen happen? Well, we haven't tested either the 50 or the 200 simple moving average. I would expect those to get a test, and here we are coming up here and looking at the 21 EMA. Can we take that area out against the Bitcoin pair? And we're talking about the 20,000 area, of course, as well. So movements up past where we are now towards 20,500 would be very positive, and I would anticipate the potential for a move to come in there towards 23,000, of course, where we find the 50 simple and, of course, the 55 exponential moving average. Ideally, in terms of the longer term, I'd like to see us moving past those zones and going up towards the top side, at least testing the 27,850 area where we find the 200 simple moving average at, and we can encapsulate all of that quite easily with regards to the price action with these drawings that we have on the charts. We've managed to push outside of this zone here so far, and that's of course where we find ourselves right now, challenging the 21 EMA, but movements past this up to the 21,000 area will of course be going into the amber section of our traffic lights, and we can look towards targets such as the 23,250 area where the 236 is, and of course where these moving averages are coming in at, and of course the upper end of our traffic light zone. Before, if we want to move up and test the 200 simple, I feel like that would be fantastic to see happen if we could get past the 382 over here, and of course our green line moving past the 144 exponential moving average. In terms of these oscillators down below, we're about to see potential for a crossover while the ADX remains in the strength of trend zone, as we can see these converging quite nicely on the run up towards that. And of course as well, in terms of the RSI, we have our inverted head and shoulders here quite neatly moving past the neckline, but we're going to call it a zone, and until such times as we take out the neutral line, we're really going to have to be able to remain quiet and in our corners with regards to that, know our places if you like, and as well that would also coincide with movements past this zone. In terms of tradable events, of course any of this is highly tradable, already looking at having had a decent return in terms of profit just simply today at a 2.5% movement towards the top side, so I'd never get too greedy. Moving over here and looking at the USD prices, you can see that we're still on the way towards taking out our measured move from the pattern that we've had on the charts in recent times. Bearing in mind as well, in 24-hour time frame, we actually did get a death cross as well on this one over there on the 7th of October. If we move up to this area and test the 618 and retrace from it, and that would just be a test of the 50 simple moving average, that would be in there at 25 or $2.50, and of course that adds in here nicely with the 236. So you can see a strong degree of confluence here with regards to the 50 simple, the 55 exponential, and the 233 exponential, the 618 golden pocket zone, and a 236 Fibonacci retracement zone, all in that area. That of course has to remain our target in the meantime, because of course we have a measured move pointing us directly towards that area as well. Oh my god, does not the confluence blow one's mind? It certainly blows mine. I hope you do like what you're seeing here and choose to hit subscribe. But of course if you don't, that's cool, because I'm here to help regardless. The next point after is of course would be the 200 simple and the 786 retracement point, looking over here at our previous highs, and of course we know that there's this sort of key inflection here looking back the way to where we had this Adam and Eve pattern, which of course on the dollar pair in here didn't actually see it play out, but on the Bitcoin pair it did, and we're looking here at this area at 273 thereafter if we can continue to climb towards the top side. 233 certainly at the minute is very much positive price action, and everything is looking fairly good on this one with regards to these oscillators down below. Let's see if we can get some continuation on that front, bearing in mind that if we actually fail overall, that we've actually managed to throw off the shackles of hidden bearish divergence with this high so far. Looking at this section alone therefore, and saying that we've got a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. If we see a retrace, let's try and find support at 213. Wouldn't panic until lower than $2, and then we can go over and look at the Ethereum pairing. What we see right now is indeed that they have actually managed to be struggling in and around about this area of our flaggy sort of channel area, and of course really though what we've achieved in doing is staying above the median line of this parallel channel and this green line that we drew in. Of course we drew this in last week, so you can see over the weekend this was actually offering up the perfect area for trading this if you do indeed trade versus the Ethereum pairing, and you can see that we've then put in this higher low compared to over here, and perhaps we could then start to move towards the top side, bringing up the RSI full screen so you can see where we are. We're actually challenging outside of this symmetrical triangle in the face of that that somewhat negative price action over the weekend, as we've just simply kind of given ourselves an opportunity to reset slightly and then come in higher than the high that we see there on the 28th of September, which is over here. So what that really means for us with regards to these highs is that if we actually see a pullback from the 21 EMA, we could have a degree of hidden bearish divergence on the go, which of course is a warning sign for us, but the other pairings are looking pretty strong. Let's see if we can burn that off and push past it. The first target, of course, needs to be where this 21 EMA is at 0.0061853, and if we do move past that, then we have got the positivity that we need to perhaps try these areas up there towards the 65 and then of course the 67 area. If we take out our previous high over here, let's see if we can do that without any sort of divergences on the go. At the minute, we can see that there is of course the potential for divergence there on the RSI, but it's not showing up here so much on the stochastics, and indeed the other oscillators down below are more or less looking okay as we stand. Of course, this still then gives us the opportunity for this to be that bullishly divergent turnaround that we were looking for at the lower end here of this downward movement, of this wedge here, and of course we've only moved sideways outside of it, and a measured move off the back of it could take us up as high as these highs on the 8th of September, and that puts us in position to be able to come in close to the 75 mark where we have the 236. If we did that, things would obviously be lovely, but I didn't promise you a rose garden. All I did was promise that I'd be back again for more technical analysis tomorrow. So be sure to tell your friends, youtube.com/Rocky Outcrop for the best technical analysis on the internet, in my honest to goodness opinion. And of course, as well, thank you so much to yourself for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, you can hit the join button down below. But if you don't want to hit the join button because you can't afford to or whatever else, that's totally fine. And a subscribe hit would be nice. I'd appreciate it an awful lot. If you want to take part in discussion with me in a voice channel, or indeed just with like-minded individuals throughout the week talking about all sorts of technical analysis for various different coins as independent, self-reliant, consistently profitable, and of course resilient traders, then the Discord link is there and open for all to access at any time. I really appreciate you tuning in just to watch this episode alone today. Thank you so much for being part of the journey here. Let's see how we see Tezos perform over the next wee while. Bearing in mind, in fact, that there is indeed positive news out there in the world with regards to Tezos. If I just get up the news that was shared earlier on in the chat, the Discord, for instance, over here, and just loading that up. Is that loading up for us? We can see there was a news story with Microsoft and Tezos looking for 100 enterprise-ready blockchain solutions in India. India, of course, being one of the massive economies in the world. If you're from there, namaskar. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like this news. Take a look at it yourself. Join the Discord. All the best. I'll catch you in the next episode.